Come on. What are you guys doing now?
What do you mean, what are we doing? I mean, you saw the movie, Robert Downey Jr. playing a black man. That was inspirational.
That's inspirational. This is what you're inspired to do.
What? Be white and him be black? I mean, I want to walk the other side, baby.
You know what? You want to be white? Like everybody knows that already. You know, that's whispered about.
That ain't right.
I mean, I try to defend you, and even I have to crack up in the middle of doing it.
This is art. This is acting.
But Cyrus, I expect more from you.
What are you talking about? Okay, Leon, first off, I know you're probably thinking that I'm just going to make a mockery of this, but I did study at Juilliard with the masters. I am experienced with method acting. I take this very seriously, and you're going to see that I think I can sway even you over to thinking that this is an honorable and respectful portrayal of the black man.
Okay, I didn't realize all that.
Well, certainly, cool. That's quite fine. We've never talked about my past in theater, so by all means, let's try this experiment and see what happens, Korey.
So Juilliard Community College give you that afro too? Goddamn, I don't look like that.
No, you did.
No. I mean, if you can do a respectable job of, like Robert Downey Jr. of playing a black man, then all right, I'm cool with it.
Certainly.
Let's just review the movie.
All right, so we got Tropic Thunder, right? And
is that your white voice?
No, I'm gonna do the setup and then I'm gonna do the review in my white voice. Now
I don't hear white guys saying I'm a
wigger right now.
Okay. We don't use black contractions like I'm on.
So all right, Ali G.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Why don't you set up the movie then?
This movie is basically about a bunch of it's a skewering of Hollywood. This movie is just a parody of Hollywood parodying itself, where you got a bunch of different actors, comedy, method actor, action star, all together to make
the rapper,
all to make one Vietnam movie. And they get out there. They're a bunch of prima donnas. The director sort of doesn't really know what he's doing. He's got a asshole producer that's on him to get this right. And so they decide, like, hey, look, the guy who wrote the novel, the hardcore guy who wrote it, says, like, look, what you got to do is put them actually in the jungle and make them think they're really in a firefight. And that's when they're going to get some real acting out of them. That's my Nick Nolte, by the way.
Oh, bravo. I see you trained at JCC, too.
Yeah. A juvenile containment center. But they get out there and things go wrong the way they find they really are in the middle of fighting with some Filipino or Myanmar drug dealers, only they don't realize it. So,
they're in character the whole time.
Yeah, they're in character thinking they're still in the middle of a movie and they're actually in a real war zone.
No, this movie's hilarious. Now here's my acting right here. Here's my skills. All right, you want me to get into my white personality? Here we go. Wait.
Korey is a white guy. Take one.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me eat this mayonnaise sandwich real quick. Okay. Yes, I believe that this movie was one of the funniest movies of the summer. And by golly, if there's anything funnier than you show me what the bee's knees is. Ben Stiller has pretty much redeemed himself in the cinematic skills by producing a comedy. What are y'all looking at me for?
No, I was closing my eyes because I could have swore Jason Fisher was sitting right next to me.
It's like looking in a mirror. It really is. It's just haunting.
Okay, I see. I know you're being sarcastic. You know what? Fuck it. I'll keep the makeup on, just do it in my regular voice. No, actually, this is really is one of the funniest movies I've seen this summer. When they said this was a Ben Stiller movie, I didn't even know until the end of the movie because I didn't think Ben Stiller could direct a movie this good. If you're going to do a parody of Hollywood, this is pretty much the way to do it. And I'm not going to ruin anything, but to make it really work, you get people who are in the spotlight and being pretty much ridiculed by the public and get them to make fun of themselves.
Yeah. I mean, it's no shock that Robert Downey Jr. brings his A game to every movie he's in. And for here, he brings his A+ game. I mean, anybody who's afraid, like him, playing the part of an Australian guy who's pretending to be a black guy and is going to be insulting, like, no, it's nothing but funny. Like the movie itself is pretty funny. It has its moments where, it kind of lags a little bit, but anytime he's on screen, it's like electric.
Oh yeah. No, he owns this movie. And it's not even so much the cameos that they have in here are the people who are in the movie. It's also the people that they're targeting because
yes.
it's still relevant right now that who they're making fun of.
Yes.
They're either making fun of specific people or even making fun of the industry as a whole. It's funny. I mean, from the very beginning frame of this movie, the first frame, you were saying, what the hell did I just see? Because they do such a good job at it. It's a lot of surprises and in-jokes in this movie. And you don't necessarily have to know that much about Hollywood to get them because it's such an extreme parody that anybody would find it funny.
Now, Cyrus, you going to chime in?
Yeah, you making fun of me. Let's see what you can do.
Well, hold on a second while I wrap my big lips around this piece of fried chicken. I'll give you my review. Are you ready, youngins? Here we go. Here's Uncle Cyrus's version of Tropic Thunder.
You son of a bitch.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-dah.
Are you going to kick his ass, or do I have to come around there?
My, oh my, what a Negro-friendly day.
What the hell Juilliard did you study at, man?
Juilliard, like with the Jews.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah, Julie's yard. That's where you studied.
You know Julie?
You know something? You better be glad. I really want to hear what this review was like from you. Okay. Otherwise, your ass would be dead. Cut the shit.
To be honest, there have been very few Hollywood making fun of itself movies that have ever really, really worked. There's The Player, and I can't think of another one. Most of them have been downright awful.
Hollywood Shuffle.
Yeah, well, Hollywood Shuffle. Okay, sure.
But yes, like those two.
But most of the other ones have ended up becoming Alan Smithy films. Even Burn, Hollywood Burn, a film by Alan Smithy that was so bad, the director changed his name to Alan Smithy.
Yeah.
But this works. It really does. It would have worked without Robert Downey Jr. It would have been like a matinee. But Robert Downey Jr. just pumps up the whole thing to a level where you're just laughing your butt off. Every line of dialogue that they give him is already good, and then he milks it so well. He turns it into like you feel like you're actually watching an Oscar caliber performance by an actor, except he's playing it for laughs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
you know what, that is
Russell
funny.
Crowe if the whole movie was about making fun of Russell Crowe.
Right. If Russell Crowe had a sense of humor, it would be about him.
Exactly.
Well, it's funny because Robert Downey Jr. is playing an actor who's Australian, which is what he played in Natural Born Killers. It's like, he's like, oh, I'm playing this character who's playing this other character who's playing this other character, I think. I mean, the guy must be schizophrenic. You know, he gets home. That's probably why he's on cocaine, because he's like, I can't keep up with who I am this week.
Exactly. No, Robert Downey Jr., along with Iron Man and now this movie, even though this role is supposed to be a joke, I have to admit, it is sort of an Oscar-worthy role. And a lot of people are not going to see it that way because even he looks like he's playing it up for laughs himself. But through that, this is going to sound so wrong. More than you, there was a moment I actually thought, yeah, is he black for real?
Oh, Jesus.
Really? I mean, it's just for a moment, just for a second. I was like, he is a black man. And then I had to catch myself like, you know better, boy. Don't say that.
I worked for 5 minutes on that impression. I'm a little offended.